Hello everyone, my name is John. Thanks for joining me with StubbleMeetsSteel. So I found a new aluminum razor that I'd been eyeing, and I wasn't aware that it came in this awesome black and green combo of colors. I had only seen the anodized silver with a green accent, or you can get it in several, I think red, yellow, and purple or something like that. There's other colors you can get it in, but I had never seen it in the black before. So this is the Aylsworth Apex aluminum, and I had kind of been eyeing it anyways, and there was a gentleman on a Facebook forum group that I'm on, and he was just ranting and raving about it day after day after day. And so I'm like, okay, it was already on my radar anyways. I talked to another buddy, Lee Nunez, and he really liked his. So I was real anxious to get one of these. And then sure enough, when I posted some stuff that I was selling on the forum, somebody was selling one of these and it was a great deal. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that bad boy up. And I wanted to do some comparisons with this razor with the other aluminum razors that I've done, but today I'm just gonna do it by itself. So some specs, I'm gonna try to remember them offhand. It's about 35 grams weight, 4 inches overall. The blade gap is 0.70 millimeter blade gap, and blade exposure is positive. It's a 0.05 millimeter positive exposure. And for today's blade, I'm gonna use a Gillette Permasharp. I've been testing a couple different blades in it, and so I'm gonna test the Permasharp in it today. For today's soap, it's almost 120 degrees outside. I just came in from doing yard work, so I wanted a mentholated soap. I wasn't doing yard work, I actually had an irrigation leak. I thought my water main was leaking where it goes into the city hookup on the street sidewalk box, but it wound up actually being my drip irrigation was busted where it splits and goes underneath the driveway. Luckily I don't have any plants on the other side of the driveway, so I was able to eliminate it. But even in the shade, boy, 120 is 120 degrees no matter how you cut it or slice it, so glad I'm done with that. Try to minimize being outside with these temperatures here. So far I've been enjoying this Apex. I think this is my third or fourth shave with it. I've tried the Gillette 7 o'clock sharp edge, both the yellow, which I consider the sharpest ones for me, and the green. I like both of those in it. I like the green a little bit better. The green was a little bit smoother, but the yellow did have a better end result, a little bit easier. But even the green gave me BBS, and that's one of the things that excited me about this razor, is that it's mild, but even with a mild blade in it, it still was able to achieve a BBS for me. Whereas with some super forgiving mild razors I've tried, that's not the case. So yes, they're mild. I can shave blindfolded with them, but if you're going for BBS, or me personally, they don't get it done sometimes. So I found this one to be that sweet spot. I'm excited to compare it to the Razor Rock Lupo, the Timeless aluminum, the Carved Bison. Menthol's activating pretty nice now in the Proraso. Feels nice. Nice and cool after being out in that sun, or outside rather. I'm just happy that it wasn't to the water main, because I've had that replaced before. And last time it was $1,200, but I was working across town at the time. My boss was a real Nazi, so I didn't have the opportunity to just take the day off and do it myself. Even though I've never done it before, I'm not scared. I'll try anything once. I figure worst case is maybe I have to pay the professional a little bit more because I messed it up for him. But for the most part, I've pretty much always won things that I've tried to tackle versus go backwards. So I was just pleased that it was a simple drip irrigation repair, not the water main to the city. All right, let's get going here. First pass with the grain. Permasharp feels nice, feels a little bit smoother than the sharp edge yellow. Feels about as smoother than the Gillette 7 o'clock green, but it feels like it's sharper. My buddy David from the Inspector's Den said it best, that 9 out of 10 wet shavers all like the Permasharp blade. I would say, and I would have to agree with them, that it seems like it's one of the rare blades that almost all gents will agree on that they seem to like, the Permasharp blades. And as we all know, your mileage may vary. Pretty rare that everybody agrees on something to that degree. And I fall into that category, so I always try to throw a Permasharp in a razor as a good test, good benchmark. Because I find that they perform very well in a lot of razors. I'd have to agree with that gentleman's assessment of this razor compared to the Henson, that it's easier to work with. It does have kind of an angle for you, but it's not super locked in. You can still play with it, whereas the Henson is either on or off. Granted, I tried the Henson when I was real green. I would definitely be open to trying one again, but I didn't love the Henson when I tried it. I wound up selling it. I would say this is my favorite blade in this razor so far, is this Permasharp. Captures that sweet spot between where the sharpness of the 7 o'clock green kind of wasn't there, and the sharpness that the 7 o'clock yellow had. It kind of bridges that gap. Very nice in this particular razor. This is a new brush. This is a Yachi 26mm Cat Whisper synthetic. I bought it off of them when I ordered my Shield razor, just because I was on AliExpress. They're not affiliated or anything, but I was just already on there. I figured, why not add it to cart? And they had a sale on it, so I picked it up. It's got a lot of backbone, and it's weird for a synthetic. I think this is my 3rd time using it. It seems like it's breaking in, and I've never had a synthetic that required any break-in, but it feels like it is kind of changing a little bit. So it's got a lot of backbone, which I kind of wasn't expecting. The 28mm Yachi Ocean brush that I have kind of came out around the same time as this one, and that has quite a lot of backbone, much more than my barber pole or the other Yachi Professional 30mm that I've got. I would say those two are much softer. Very nice right there on that against the grain. Wow, I said it again, I'll say it again. The Permasharp and this Aylsworth Apex are a showstopper pairing. Really nice. third and final pass. All right, let's see where we're at. Very nice. Just a tiny bit right here, kind of. All right, let me go ahead and get rinsed up and I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. Got some Thayer's Witch Hazel I'm gonna put on. The only mentholated aftershave that I currently have is the Clubman's Osage rub. I'll put that on, but I'm gonna put on some aftershave balm first, some Mysterium serum, and once that soaks in, then I'll put on the Osage rub. I've got another mentholated splash, the Sterling's Citron. It's like all of the citruses, but then they throw some menthol in there, so I thought that sounded good. Anyways, back to the razor. I must say I'm really impressed with this razor. It definitely hits that sweet Goldilocks everyday shaver spot for me. Very efficient, but mild, smooth, easy and flexible angle to work with. You're not locked in angle-wise. Handle length is good. The grip, you know, there's kind of like that that style design to it. So it's not the most grip I've ever had, but it's not bad at all. And you know, it definitely is easy to hold on to. You know, for me, this is a really nice razor. I really like it. The lather channels are absolutely enormous on it. It rinses out super easy. And I'm real excited to kind of compare this to all those other aluminum razors that I've done some reviews on, especially the Timeless and the Carved Bison in particular. I'm really curious to see how they do head to head. But by itself, I have to say this is definitely one of my top DEs. I'm really impressed, and I'm happy that I picked this one up. Definitely impressive and hits that sweet spot. If you're looking for a razor to use every day, you know, this definitely be one of my top picks for sure. If you like aluminum razors, and like I said, they offer it in both silver with accent colors or there's black with accent colors. So you got a couple different flavors that you can choose from. And then the one that I got did come with a stand. So, you know, there's a couple of different cool options. And then they also make it, if you're not an aluminum person, they make it in stainless. And so you got some options there. If you're not an aluminum guy, you could get the stainless as well. But overall, very impressive. And I definitely suggest checking it out. If you like aluminum razors, I think you'll be really impressed with it. And stay tuned, I'm gonna do some comparisons with this one soon. Thanks for watching, take care.